we're live. Welcome
We are
to
live.
the welcome to the Keto Show. Keto Mike is got some family stuff going on. Keto Tom's got some cybernetics thing going on. I think he's trying to become a cyborg. I don't know.
There's
We'll
Vader.
just go with that. I got my man, the grilling dude, and I don't know. We got something. We got Mama in the house. Say hi.
Hi, I said hi.
Oh, Mama's in the house. Wow. So, dude, how are you, my friend?
What's going on?
How are you?
I am good. Sorry, I was getting an echo there, and I forgot
Oh,
that I had set the show earlier when I went to broadcast it to the world that we were doing this show. I'm good. I'm the producer of the show, and like my buddy Lee said, that Mike and Tom obviously are not here, so you're getting the producer and Lee.
yeah.
Lee, what are
So
you making today?
hopefully it's not too bad of a train wreck.
Yeah.
Because at some point I think they're going to be like, dude, in the bear can't do this anymore because it's just a.
So we were talking beforehand that the name of the show should be Rock On and the Hang Loose Cooking Show. That may not happen.
I don't think they'll let us change it.
Willie, what are you making?
Well, we got talking a while back about some of the dishes that we don't have anymore, right?
Yep.
And one of those dishes, hamburger steaks.
Mm,
I
one of my
remember
favorites.
as a kid coming home and having cream and mushroom soup on top of a hamburger patty.
Mm,
You know, or we had it on cube steak. That was dinner. For whatever
yes, it
reason, we
was.
don't do that anymore.
I remember you used to be able to see them at the restaurants too. You just don't see it
Yep.
anymore.
Yep. And we were at, I think it was Texas Roadhouse, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Anyway, we were somewhere and they had a hamburger steak, and that's what I got. And I was like, oh, this is just a hamburger with gravy. So I said, you know what? We had cube steak the other night.
And let's just say, I cooked them without eating half of them while I was cooking them. That never happened.
It was that good.
Yes.
Normally, I make a lot of them because I know I'm going to eat them while I cook them. And then what I cook is for everyone else. I did
Mama
not do
Bear
that
approved.
this time. It's called growth.
So, and we got talking. How do you make your own keto gravy?
Good question right there.
So, I use heavy whipping cream, and then you add in like your mushrooms or whatever, and you reduce it, and you can add like a beef bouillon or chicken bouillon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to try, Lipton soup mix.
Okay.
You have like a shadow.
Actually sounds really good.
So I'm going to try this.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Yeah.
In my heavy whipping cream to give me my gravy.
Nice.
So yeah.
Now
And
that
then-
will act as a thickening agent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got some
I get it.
fresh green beans to round out my 1980s dinner.
Nice.
So what do you got going on?
Well, I thought I would go totally experimental. I am cooking what's called breadcrumb fried eggs. But now, granted, I'm not on keto, really. I should be, but I'm not. So, but this is a keto show, and I respect that. So I'm going with pork rinds as the replacement for the breadcrumbs. And since I don't really care for Parmesan cheese that much, I decided to go with some cheddar cheese that is sliced very thin but thicker. I just like the texture of it. So I'm actually going to start. I'm going to turn this bad boy on, turn it to about 240, let it heat up. But while that's doing its thing, I've got to make breadcrumbs or something similar out of that. Spicy. I like that.
All right, so while my cast iron's heating up, I'm going to change the camera angle so you're down over this and you're not seeing my ugly mug. And Mama's going to talk about the chat.
Oh, I don't know anyone today. So Bat 13's in, Wellness with Frugal Mama's here, Drunken Chef BBQ, Bearded Italian, Cast Iron IRL with Honey Badger. You know her?
Him.
Oh, him? See, I think of a girl. I
Yep.
apologize.
That's James.
So I got a trick for you. If you do not have a rolling pin, a bottle of gin, or bottle of wine works just fine.
And
Put
if you
these
don't have
into
any of that, you have some rage. Just get a hammer.
Oh, a hammer's always good, yeah.
And that's fun too. Hammer's fun.
Mom, why would you have rage?
Well, we do have 3 children, and I'm married.
Speaking of that, if Mrs. Dude's watching,
I'm Mama Dude. How are you?
Mama Dude.
We've been
32
thinking
years
about
ago
you, dear.
today.
Oh, look at your children.
I'm trying.
Don't burn
Heart.
yourself.
I know, right? It's
There we
hot
go.
right here.
That's about
Heart,
a cup.
Mama
It's
Dude.
just like this.
I'm trying, but I have to do it upside down and at an angle.
So from what I
Yeah.
understand about this, it doesn't take very long. I've never made it. It's kind of experimental. There we go. That is about a cup of these pork rinds. Put it in. I'm just going to kind of cook them up a little bit, let them start heating up a little bit on that cast iron. While we're doing that, I'm going to put a little bit of thyme into there. I've got the thyme. Put in some thyme.
Are they still out of that?
Let that
No.
really, that thyme aroma open up. I do have some smoked paprika. Now, I know somebody who may be on this show who has a video on how to make smoked paprika. I did not do it this time, but it's awesome. I'll tell you.
It's been a while since that person's made one.
Well, that tells you how long I've watched your show.
Matt Smith. Forget about it. They're on her.
Who?
I'm going to put some EVOO in here. Just enough because I don't want this stuff to burn, but I want it to clump together a little bit. That I don't think this one's going to take very long at all. So we're going to probably, my guess, eat breakfast before we have dinner.
So here I'm just throwing some green beans on the griddle. Man,
Are you struggling?
I am, because see, it opened here and then you have all this, so when I dumped it, they got stuck up in the lip.
Okay. Did you bring any olive oil to put on there?
I do.
Just checking.
I do. In fact,
And it does not smell like burnt pork.
Oh!
It does not.
oh, dude.
Oh, there she is. That beautiful girl.
And just put a little bit of olive oil on there.
Little
I don't know why,
olive
but
oil.
every time I pull her out on the show, she goes, "Oh, dude." I can't get the voice right. I don't know.
You're so weird.
Oh, dude.
Then I'm gonna add a little bit of dried onion.
While he does that, I'm going to add a little red wine vinegar. Not a lot. Just a little for a little added extra flavor. Hear that sizzle?
Yeah, I did.
Boy, that really opened this up.
Oh.
I'm
So I'm
running at
gonna
about
add-
200.
Ooh, that's a little hot.
Yeah, I don't want that turtle.
Oh, she's a good one.
It's probably enough. We only have 3 burgers.
I know. So there, I just added the heavy whipping cream. I want to add this. How much you think I should add? A whole thing?
Now you're gonna ask me opinions?
I know, right?
I'm about to add about a cup or half cup, sorry, of some cheese in here. Gonna eyeball
Yeah, let's add
this.
the whole packet. Let's add the whole packet. All right. Add a little more dried onion.
Why? It's onion soup.
Just because.
Oh, sorry.
Let me add a can of mushrooms that I had strained.
Just
Remember,
because.
Yeah, just because.
Ooh, you
Then we're gonna let's go ahead and get this stirred up a little bit. All right. So where did you get your recipe, dude? What made you think that this was cool?
It showed up on a feed of all things, and I thought, it's kind of interesting. So what I like to do is just scroll through my phone at night when there's nothing going on and look at the news, see what's going on in the world, and then I also get food that comes up. And I usually just kind of scroll past it, but this one, I don't know, about a week ago, just kind of caught my eye. And I knew that I was going to be cooking on this show. So I thought, I need to come up with something that is keto. It's still going to, I think, don't get me wrong, keto has got great flavors. But I wanted something that was just a little different, never been done before. And I could not find anywhere that said they substituted breadcrumbs for pork rinds when it came to this particular recipe. I thought, that's the one I want right there.
So Kettle Kitchen is here.
Howdy, howdy.
Kettle Kitchen.
Kettle Kitchen. All right.
Nightbot.
Okay, so Nightbot is a thing where if somebody types in keto, it brings up their channel name, so somebody in the comments could hit that and take them straight to their channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what that is.
All the prepping I did, I thought, and I wrote a list down. I got everything. Nope, forgot the lid. I just waited out a little bit.
Happens all the time, bub.
Yep.
I'm just
I got
adding a little
bottle
more.
of wine.
I'm just adding a little more black pepper.
In spirit of Tom, I am drinking Chianti.
Ooh.
Tom got me drinking Chianti.
Well, in the spirit of my cousin, Coke Zero.
Nice. That's what I usually drink. Where's your NA? Patty Joe Beer NA. Where's your Patty
I
Joe?
have that in there, and
I keep it full in there.
yeah, she got me Corona NAs, and I have yet to try it.
Okay.
I don't know if I haven't had a Corona in forever.
I'm sure you'll still need a lime with it. I don't think Corona's changed that much.
Yeah. Let's see. So we got that going. We got. Let's toss our beans here.
So I got a question for the audience. Is there anything you guys would like to see us, myself included, cook on the show? It could be, it is a keto show, so I think we kind of got to keep it keto. But is there anything particular you guys would like to see us cook within reason? I'm not going to make rack of lamb with braised whatever. Within reason.
That's a good question. We had talked about before life got in the way, we talked about picking a video that somebody did
Mm-hmm.
and then going back and recreating their video.
Correct. Which I think is a really cool idea as well. Yeah, and that's it too. If you guys want us to go in and recreate one of your videos, just reach out to one of us and tell us which one you want to do, and we'll give it our best shot. Oh, this is helping.
Italian food.
Okay.
Italian food. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to sit on the side of nervousness with Italian food because I love pasta.
Yeah.
And I like my chickpea pasta, but I'm not real good at you presenting me something and telling me it makes you think of lasagna. If it's not lasagna, I don't think of lasagna. I just rather not eat it.
Gotcha.
Okay. I mean, really, shall we revisit all of this silly biscuits and gravy that this man has made?
So right there, Tom just laughed because he laughs every time we talk about it.
I'm a biscuits and gravy girl.
Me too.
My grandparents were like farm girls, and we're nice German stock. We like a real biscuit and some gravy. But
and they knew how to do it too. There's just something about it. I've never had anything quite like my grandmother's biscuits and gravy.
Yes.
I think it was more the type of cream that they used in the gravy.
Okay.
Like we normally use like 2% milk or something like that.
Burpee yoga, Uncle?
Oh, hey.
Hey, Uncle. Welcome.
Like where a lot of times we use 2% where they probably used whole milk or fresh.
Or fresh, yeah. My grandparents had a dairy, so I know it was fresh. I remember my grandma scraping the top of the milk off. Oh, mine's getting close.
Okay, so this is so not keto, but since we're talking about gravy and biscuits and bread, super excited for the first time in I don't even know how many years I am going to get fried bread at Christmas.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
Nothing wrong with that.
So then that brings up something there, dude.
Okay.
What is a Christmas side dish that you could easily turn? Okay. What is a side dish that makes you go, oh, this is Christmas?
Asparagus.
Keto or not keto?
Any kind.
Asparagus, hands down. I can eat asparagus in July and think about my grandmother. My grandparents, the same grandparents, lived by some railroad tracks, and every late spring, my grandmother would go up to the railroad tracks and cut asparagus. There would be white asparagus and the green asparagus, and it was just wild. And I suspect that the asparagus that she had at Christmas time was not the stuff that she cut way back in, April, May, June timeframe. But we would have asparagus that entire time. But there was just something about her Christmas asparagus. I have no idea. She passed away years ago, so I have no idea what that secret ingredient was, other than love. Yeah.
So Honey Badger said we always had pork bread at Christmas. Okay, what's pork bread? Can you like that in because I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
it sounds like it could be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, I'm going to create 2 little divot areas here where my eggs are going to go into.
Oh, You know what I forgot to do?
Uh-oh.
I forgot to tell you what kind of cast iron I'm using.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, James. So I got my Camp Chef 16 by 16 griddle right here. You know, I love this one. I use it all the time. And this here is a Wagner number 6, Sydney O, which is really cool because it was given to me by a co-worker at the time, and they thought of me, and it was made at the Wagner plant in Sydney, Ohio, which is where I'm originally from.
Oh, right on. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's cool,
So
man.
in July, we were back home in Sydney, and we stopped at the Wagner plant.
Nice.
Well, the remnants of the Wagner plant, because it is a horrible shell that if a tornado would hit, it would collapse. It's just
Maybe even just a strong one.
it's in bad shape, and long story on that, but they're looking at demolishing it.
But it's so expensive to demolish it, so they're not.
And they don't know who to charge for it. And because of where it's at, it sits on like 13 different plots. So it's just insane.
So okay, pork bread is German. It's like fruit cake without the fruit.
Does it have bacon in it?
Is there pork in the bread, sir?
Is it like? So wait, it's like a fruit. It's like a fruit cake
without the fruit.
Without the fruit.
So it's just cake.
But it would be you would soak it in rum, and because fruit cakes you soak in rum every week or so. You pour.
What if I soak myself in rum and eat the cake? I'm just asking.
Yeah, asking for a friend.
If you were holding bacon, then we could probably get you there. Because I don't want to call you a porker, because that would be wrong.
I would take one for the team on that trial.
See, dude, I was thinking right there. I stopped myself, and I don't agree, but
yeah, you might have went a little.
I don't want to go
there, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
Seriously,
so I'm saying,
if I was offended at everything we said, we probably would not have been married this long. Just saying.
I want to show you guys real quick. The 2 eggs. Hope you can see that. I'm not a sunny side up kind of guy, but this is how we want these. So I definitely don't want any runny white stuff either.
So Honey Badger said that he went on an unguided tour of the Wagner plant last year. So try to find the video. He didn't think he was going to get out alive.
Yeah, there's a couple videos on YouTube if you search the Wagner plant of people that are walk through there.
And it's, you know what?
And it's just run down.
It's just sad because the building itself could be really cool if it was fixed into something different.
Yeah.
Like the shape of the windows, the design of it, the character of it is really cool. It's just in disrepair.
What was really kind of cool was the first piece of cast iron I found from Wagner down here in the South. It was an unmarked skillet, and I posted it several years ago on a Facebook page, and I had numerous people reach out that they either worked there or their parents worked there.
Oh wow!
And they were like, "Yeah, this was the line I was on. That was made over here." I was like, "Dude, that is so cool."
Yeah. When did is Wagner still a brand, or is it completely gone, or was it bought out?
No, it went under about 97, 1997 or so, 98.
What a shame.
And So it's General Housewares had bought them out and then closed the plant.
Oh, what a shame. Seems to be the thing.
Yeah.
How's your
So I
day?
was watching a show last night. Geddy Lee is the host. Those of you who don't know Geddy Lee, bass player from Rush, and I'm a bass player, so it was like, do bass players have a life? And he went to interview the bass player for the band Hole and Smashing Pumpkins, gal. And she and her husband live in upstate New York. They bought out an old factory that was going to be torn down. They bought it and turned it into an art center. And they have theater there. They have bands. They've got a recording studio. They've got a dining hall there that people can rent out. So it was just a really cool show to watch.
Wow.
And I really like that idea of taking those old buildings, they're still good, and doing something with them.
Yeah. We were talking about some of the places that have bought out like an old school and turned it into a church, or bought out an old church and turned it into a house.
That's what she did. She took an old school and turned it into her house.
Yep.
And there's a place in the next town over. It's called Eagle, Idaho, that bought out an old church and made a coffee shop out of it. It's the coolest place.
Oh, neat.
So Rusty's in, Daddy Dutch.
Howdy, howdy.
Honey Badger said the Wagner's full of asbestos. That's why it's still there. It closed in '96, and the only thing holding it up was the emergency industrial water line. Pretty much so.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I feel like this is before I met you. So a few years ago. I actually
One or two.
I went and looked at an apartment that was part of an old school.
Oh, okay.
But it made me very nervous because the floors were all that school tile. Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, gosh, in Ohio, that's going to be freaking cold.
All right. That is it.
Wow, that was quick.
Whatever we call it, that's it. Now, I have a couple things I want to add to it. I did add some spice to it. I'm going to add just a touch of cayenne because I like a little heat. Add some dill. Green Tabasco. And
Beans are really savory.
breakfast is served. Let's try this. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I'm sorry, guys. I got to take a couple pictures. Then we'll try it.
Gravy's thickening up just nice.
Sorry, the life of a YouTuber.
Well, we were talking about that just a minute ago. The life of a YouTuber and what the business aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something different. That's something that I hadn't really. Ooh. That's
Yeah, it's
something
a
I hadn't
business
really
for
looked
me.
into was the like writing it off as like a business.
Yeah, it's a business for me. So, all right, guys, we got pictures. Let's try this. First thing I want to do is because we spent the most time, we really hyped up this pork rind. Wow. That's got great, great flavor. Very surprisingly at the flavor in that. You know, I get the cheese with it. Get all those flavors just come together. The thyme, the red wine vinegar, you know, smoked paprika. Great. Try our egg. It's good for an egg that's sunny side up.
Now
Get
look,
a little bite.
that's not quite a brown gravy, but we're getting there.
There you go. I do
Kind of
get.
tan.
I get the. For me, I get the cayenne, and I get the egg. And I do get some of that dill, and I want to try them together. Good old, big old chunk. Wow. Now you have everything together. That's amazing. I'm going to call this experiment a success. Super easy. Man. Good stuff. Breakfast is served, Lee.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, that's a good burger right there.
Yep. We're working on it over here. Ooh, there we go.
Okay, Teddy, that's just killing me over here.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Hey, he said he's doing a jalapeno stuffed pork loin. I really can't even stomach the words jalapeno stuffed anything yet from that jalapeno challenge thing. And he said, Lee, you never look better than you do right now.
Well, thank you. I brushed my beard and everything.
Impressively.
I
know, right? I took a nap.
I slaved away while you napped today. I get it.
Retired life. The life of a struggling YouTuber.
Exactly.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
All right, well, I'm done with my part. So if you want to change the screen to Lee, go for it. Looks like he's cooking
come
away.
on, now you know that I don't know how to do that.
Well, you guys can watch me eat.
Let's get this gravy.
I wish I had enough for everybody because this is really good. And I do not like runny eggs.
So did we get an answer on the pork bread? Has it got, does it have pork in it?
No, I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything.
Because that sounds pretty interesting because I'm thinking like pork rinds in it. Are you just dumping bacon grease in it? Like, I'm curious.
Spot on.
Miss Marie, Meg's Mysteries, sent a thing or whatever, posted trading it, swapping out, what was it, applesauce and eggs. So instead of using eggs when you bake, you put in applesauce.
Okay.
So my question to her was, try it in a chaffle and let me know.
Sure.
And her response was, I'm curious to see your results.
In other words, Lee, give it a shot.
Yeah. So that could be, if anybody's tried that, you know.
I wouldn't think the texture would be there.
Like, what's your favorite chaffle mix?
Waffle.
Man, that is good. I like that. What's my man say? That's money, dude. Stale cracker. Oh man. My green beans are probably done. They don't take long. So what do you got coming up this week, dude? Big cook?
Well, yeah, I did a queso dip, but I used chorizo for the meat. And I'll tell you what, it was really good. I had it with chicken last night.
Okay.
So that's my Friday video. And then hopefully I start up again here soon on my Friday lives. My life's gotta settle down a little bit before I can commit the time to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a chorizo.
Ooh.
And then,
So
for my regular video, I might remake this. This is damn good.
Yeah, because I liked that it was just done in the skillet, right?
Yeah.
Something quick, something easy,
Yep. I might throw it on the Cuisinart to actually cook it, but because I'm trying to impress Cuisinart, see if they like my cooking. I got them to follow me on Instagram finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I was kind of listening to somebody talking about, the brands are starting to slow down.
Well, I can
Like
believe it.
as far as reaching out to YouTubers and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that they're slowing down and not as big a what do you call that?
sponsorship almost.
Yeah, like they're slowing down their YouTube sponsors. And the ones that do have them, I mean, you got to be like, Hungry Hussy or something, where you got hundreds and thousands of them.
Yeah. Followers.
Yeah. You got to
You
have
can
that
have
audience.
You can have hundreds of thousands of followers and get no views. That's kind of the funny thing. You can
Yep.
have 2,300 followers and get views. I don't get it.
Okay, so
I think
the pork bread, he's keeping it close to this chest till he makes to the vest till he's making a video.
Oh, he's
Okay.
going to make a video on
He's
it. All
going to
right.
make a video on it. Yeah.
Nice.
like it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I used to know this old man. He was born 1873. His name is Chris Noltensmeyer, born in Bavaria in the Empire of Germany. And he immigrated to the United States before World War I. And Chris was ancient when I knew him. The last time I saw him was New Year's Eve, 1980. And he had a basement. And he and his wife, Velma, invited my grandparents over, and I happened to be with them New Year's Eve. And he had a whole spread of different kinds of sausages and sauerkrauts and mustards and just odds and ends of German food. And I just remember looking at that going, wow, incredible. Well, as a 13-year-old would have been, that's cool, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Look at all that food.
we don't do it like we used to.
Do what? I'm sorry.
New Year's Eve and like put out the spread for New Year's Eve or Christmases and
Okay, so let's just be honest. New Year's Eve, you and I'm an early riser. That does not mean I stay up late.
yeah.
I'm doing good if I can wake myself up in time to see the ball drop.
Yeah. Anymore, I mean, I think once we stopped going to parties, which was like when we got together.
Yeah, I think we went to one or two after that, but
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what we'll do this year. Throw a online
YouTube party.
YouTube party. And we can all bring something to the table.
And then everybody will be in bed by like 12:05.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah,
well, with the different
everybody
time
brings something to the
zones,
table.
dude,
Yeah.
if we have a party and we hit midnight at all the different time zones.
It's just another reason to celebrate, dude.
Yeah. Think about that. Like time. There's how many hours difference between us? 2?
Well, okay, so if you get the usual suspects, right? You and Mike, and then you get Grumpus. He's in Central. I'm in Mountain, and Tom's in Pacific. You got all 4 covered.
Yeah.
And then, the other folks out there. But, I pay for StreamYard where I can have the 2 cameras, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. I got a great deal on Black Friday with him for a year. Like $31 a month, I think is what it cost me. And so I can have on to 12 people at a time, I think it is. So, hey, let's bring them on. You know, and if it's midnight in your area of the world or even 10 o'clock and it's time for you to drop, hey, Happy New Year's, man. Talk to you later. Talk to you next year. You know? Or if you're like me and you fall asleep, okay. We'll keep it going. Somebody keep it going. I don't know. We'll have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I think a lot more people, especially as you get older, kind of tend to hang out at home because ain't nobody want to be on the road New Year's Eve.
Oh,
especially in the
no.
evening.
No. Because there's so much
Yeah.
traffic, stops.
Danger.
Drunks.
Yeah, there's that too. That's what I was kind of getting at was the traffic stops.
Oh.
Like the holidays, we do it a little differently because
It's just us.
it's just us. And our children hate all the traditional holiday food. Like, they like ham
Mm-hmm.
and they like green beans sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, it's kids for you.
You know, so I mean, and they're all young adults. So we're like, what do you want? And this year we're not going to be home for the holidays, so we're like, okay, well, is there anything? I asked our youngest daughter, is there anything you would like us to have? And she said, I don't know. Could we like just get some nuggets or something?
Is McDonald's open?
Imagine that. Cub wants nuggets, dino nuggets.
The store sells those, so get them the night before. They'll be stocked up because nobody else wants them, except maybe my grandkids. They love dino nuggets.
That's the only kind we buy. So it's like, why go through all this stuff when nobody likes it?
Well, like I remember my mom and dad used to do cheese balls. So we would have we would have cheese balls and crackers and stuff like that. And we would put the blanket out in the living room. We'd all sit there and watch the shows on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, ABC, Dick Clark.
Yep, we would do that, and that's how we rang in the new year.
So I'm at the barbecue and the butt files, they're here. You know, I don't remember my family doing anything. I think we had food, like meatballs or something like that, but nothing huge.
Yeah, everybody's party or family was a little different. I remember going to my step-grandparents in 81, believe it or not, watching a movie with my grandfather. And at midnight, he came over and shook my hand. You know, the Happy New Year. He was the greatest guy in the world, in my opinion. But, he came over and said, Happy New Year's, Mike. Happy New Year's, Grandpa.
You know, I'm thinking now, I'm like, when I was ready to, like, do fun things, my youngest brother was 10 years younger than me. So when I lived at home, like, I was 18, my brother was 8.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and my sister is older than me. So quite a few years older than me. So we didn't do the family thing like that in the holidays. Everybody did their own.
Does that look like 1980 on a plate?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think every family's different. It just depends upon the dynamics and what you believe, and that's the beauty of life, in my opinion. What I do, is fine for me. What you do is great for you.
Yeah.
I dig it. Totally get it.
All right.
I totally forgot. I can look at chats now because we're waiting on Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this chat thing. I can tell you who else here, but the rest of it, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yep. I'm dragging behind. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Oh man, Daddy Dutch. Mike, I'm doing the jalapeno popper stuffed pork loin. I like that.
My cousin just sent me a recipe for a jalapeno popper hot dog.
Wow.
So you took a foot long, you put a slit in it, put your cheese bits in there, and then you do your jalapenos. Instead of cutting them in half, you cut the ends off and run that tool through it to cut out all the ribs. And then you slide the hot dog through the pepper.
Oh.
And then wrap it in bacon and cook it.
You see, if you took like a hot, like even like a foot long, you could wrap two or three of those peppers. You could put it inside 2 or 3 of those peppers.
Yes,
Man.
they had like 4 peppers lined up.
That's awesome, man. I can't believe it's December and we're still talking about peppers. But you know what? Peppers are year round, man.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. Pepper, you know, I could have jalapeno peppers in March, no problem whatsoever. In fact, I like to go to our local grocery store and go to the meat department. For whatever reason, they have stuffed jalapeno peppers, and they're almost always 30 to 50% off. You know, grab them, throw them in the freezer.
Nobody ever eats them any. Like it's like they make so many and then they stop.
Yeah, well, come on, people. They're great for on your smoker or here. Oh, the Weber kettle, perfect for a Weber kettle. But I think that's kind of the nature of the beast of our business. Is that's why you don't see me using the smoker or the Weber kettle near as much, is because it's just not that time of year. Do I want to use it? Oh, hell yeah. I want to be all over it. But if I fired up the Weber kettle right now, this whole area is enclosed. It'd be hell in here. It's bad enough when I fired up the smoker 2 days ago. And, when the smoker starts heating up, it starts blowing off that white stuff as it's heating up.
Yeah.
I had to bail. It was bad in here. I have 2 fans that sit right here. Actually, 3. I got a little tiny one also. They were blowing that way where the exit's at. But I remember last year when the first time I sealed this up, the Weber kettle, I fired up the Weber kettle and I was like, nope. Next time I'm going to fire it up outside and bring it in.
Well, I had that problem when I was cooking in here.
Mm-hmm.
I had that smoke everywhere.
Yeah, but okay, so like on your 14-inch Weber Joe, you cooked that where you did the spatchcock chicken. You did that outside. That's
yeah. I was talking about the when I did the Sportsman's Grill.
Oh, yes, yeah.
One of the first shows we did. First one of these.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of a. She was a little smoky.
Am I gonna have to put limits on what you can cook on in the grill?
Baby, that was a long time ago. I was unsupervised, and see, you didn't want nothing to do with this, so no, you can't scold me now.
Jalapenos have no season. You got that right, Rusty. 60 whole wings on the smoker at 150 for 2 hours. Smoke bath, then going to swim in canola oil. Mmm. Well, food is medicine. Keep cooking. You're right. Hey, James, sent 1,000. How you doing, brother?
Which plate do you like better?
Boy, I don't know. Ooh.
Or that one?
Oh, the blue.
The blue one.
I like the blue, and I'll tell you why. I can see it better. Eat with your eyes and nose first. And obviously, I can't smell it because Tom's Food Factory has not invented smell-o-vision yet. I'm working on it.
So you like that
He's working on it. Yeah. So I have to eat with my eyes, and that looks amazing.
Good.
Sweet pickled jalapenos, yep.
Because I have this one, but it's just kind of like the leftovers.
No, that one's all messy.
Yeah, that one's all messy.
That's yours. It's all mixed up together.
Yep. Let me give Mama a plate and a fork, and then she can.
Rusty says blue plate.
Huh?
Rusty says blue plate. He wants a blue plate special.
That's what it is. I will get a picture, and that'll be my thumbnail. There you go, Mama.
There you go. Send it to Rusty.
Let's see.
And Kent, he smokes year round in his garage. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, I don't do it in the garage, but we cook out here all the time.
I cook wherever I can, and that's usually outside. That's where I see. I've got this heater right here, and I got a TV right here. So I can, and right now it's 35 degrees out there. It's nice in here. I'll take it all day long.
Mm. Yeah.
Ah, Tom, I got smell-o-vision working on Android. iPhones are coming soon. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. I have an iPhone, so yeah, sooner the better, please.
Mm.
Oh, look at Lee eating away.
Gosh, dang. What do you think, Mom?
Now, don't rub it in. Come on.
That's good.
Where are these crunchies on the green beans? Are those onions?
Yes.
I like them.
Yes.
Onions, as in like fresh fried onions, or just onions? Yeah, fresh fried onions.
Yep. Just a dried onion.
Oh, perfect.
I sprinkled that on there, and I did the Uncle
Perfect.
Steve SPG.
SPG, and that's the Kent mentioned SPG earlier. There you go. Nice.
Yep. I really like that SPG.
It's got good flavor. You know, it's a good product. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and that one, the Lucky Shake are kind of like my two go-tos.
Okay.
And then depending on what we're going into, it's the smoke bomb or the what's the other one? The South Texas Red.
Okay. That's two of
I've
my
got the whole
favorites
lineup
there.
right here, and I'm like kind of like I gotta look see which one it is.
You ever thought about putting up a stand out, you know, and walking around your neighborhood selling Uncle Steve's shake instead of popcorn or hot dogs? Uncle Steve's
I should.
Uncle Steve's shake here. Uncle Steve's shake.
Yep. I should get like little 1 ounce, have him make me a bunch of little 1 ounce bottles. And then when we go to
give
competitions,
those out, remember? Remember the little bottle? I still have one. Yeah.
Pass them out.
There you go. Yeah. Make up some
Yeah,
little
here.
pork, some little steak bites, and have like, you know, South Texas Red on one, little SP&G on another one. You know, a toothpick. It's like being at a store, but you're walking around neighborhoods.
Well, I was talking with Rusty, and I had this brainstorm.
Oh,
Now,
hold on to your wallet, Rusty.
I know, right? Well, so when we do, so my goal next year is to do one competition. It's our local, the local one, and it's in April.
Okay.
And what you have to do is on a Friday night, they have an anything but category. And you have to have like 200 samples of whatever it is you want to do. And it becomes a popularity contest. You know, if you got brisket tacos, you're going to run out and you're probably going to win.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to spend the money on it.
Sign me up. Yeah, exactly.
You know, and sometimes it's just, it sounds better than what it actually tastes good.
I have a solution for you when you're done.
So anyway, what we were going to do was make popcorn and put Gator Shake on it.
There you go.
And then you give out little 2 ounce cups, and it'd be popcorn with a little extra butter and Gator Shake.
Yeah. Well, Uncle Steve used to have those little tiny ones, man. Just get a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Little samples.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how to tell you make your tacos. Get Uncle Steve to sponsor it. Brisket and all. Open up that wallet, baby.
Yeah.
Making tacos. You got 15 different products here. I'm making 15 different tacos, Uncle Steve.
Ooh. Mm.
Yeah, James has the right. James gets it. Set up an Uncle Steve stand at the corner or something, and offer poor man's burnt ends with the seasonings. There you go.
There we go. Spam burn ends, buddy.
There you go. Spam burnt ends. That's only something Patrick could do.
Yeah. Speaking of Patrick,
yeah,
he did a really good video the other day. The Joe Rogan pizza.
Yes, it was. I gave him some crap, and he sent me a text giving me a bunch of shit about it. He said it's Aussie pizza. Is what he calls it. Wagyu brisket. Now Rusty's talking. Get Uncle Steve to open that wallet a little bit further. Get yourself some Snake River Wagyu. And
Yeah.
if Uncle Steve's willing, because the Snake River Farms is just down the road, I'll hand deliver it. So you get to working on that for us, Lee.
Yeah. I have to see. I might have to message him and see if I can get some little 1 ounce sample bottles and give me about 200. I can send them out with the samples.
There you go. Wagyu
He's done-
chicken. I've never heard of Wagyu chicken.
How is that a thing?
I don't know, but Tom's got it going on. That and smell-o-vision. Says he's developed smell-o-vision for Android.
Oh, so we went to the group that I walk with in the morning. They always go to a breakfast at a small diner somewhere in town.
Okay.
And yesterday morning, and I usually get coffee, but the one guy said, I want catfish, 2 eggs scrambled, cheese grits, and a biscuit. And they fry the biscuit. Like, they take the biscuit and they open it up and they butter it and fry it on the flat top. And bacon.
Okay, it sounds absolutely amazing, actually.
Ooh. And
I get everything but the catfish.
I was like,
Catfish?
oh my. I said, you know what? Let me get one of those. And the lady looked at me, she goes, are you serious? And this is like 6:30 in the morning. And I was like, yes. And Tom came to my mind.
Yeah.
Because that's what he gets. He told me that's what he eats every Sunday morning while he's watching us burn stuff up.
Okay.
You know, it's about time you take me to breakfast on Saturday morning. Just saying.
There
you
you
want to
go.
get breakfast on Saturday morning?
I do.
Okay.
I'll send you a text reminding you Friday nightly.
No, she'll get me up.
Okay.
If she knows. I took her to breakfast last Saturday.
I took you for a very big walk.
All right, so catfish for breakfast? I've never heard of such a
It was
thing.
something different. And
Oh, definitely different. That's for sure.
one of the guys was like, I want something different for breakfast. So like 3 of us at the table of 6 got this breakfast. Talk about stuff. I came home and crashed. I was like, food.
No kidding.
But yeah, it was really good. I thought of Tom, man. You're awesome, buddy.
Yeah, boy, Tom's awesome, but boy, I hope you don't follow that advice.
He's not going to take me to breakfast at McDonald's. Lee doesn't go to McDonald's, number 1, and I'm not eating that breakfast. Number 2.
I can tell you the kids, both the middle and the youngest one, were in junior high. Nope. No, it was elementary.
Elementary, and you stopped eating.
And they had free meals from like the book club or whatever, or doing something with the school. And I took them to go get that, and that was the last time I've been.
I'll blame you.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah, I don't think.
10, 12 years.
I think I went once with my sister. Like, I'll go in and get like a soda. Like, I'll get Diet Coke.
Nope.
Or an iced tea. Because I do like their iced tea. But
I was giving a guy a ride to work, and he's like, can you stop at McDonald's for me? And I was like, are you serious? I've been through the drive-thru twice in 12 years.
But with that being said, we don't eat fast food.
Yeah.
You know, fast food, number 1, is not very good. And it's expensive.
That's true.
It's expensive.
Oh,
I'm like, if I'm going to spend that much on a meal, I want someone to fill my water glass. I want to sit down somewhere and have a conversation and not be doing this in the car or at the table where I'm going to clean it up at.
Agreed.
So we do fast food 1 time a year. And that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tom says he'd never steer you wrong on breakfast, Lee.
Oh man.
Oh,
That
you're
was
still
good.
eating? Jeez.
I know. I took another bite.
I completely, yeah, I could eat cheese, I guess.
Here. Mama's already cleaned her plate.
I did.
Here, you can have this one.
No, I'm good. We have
I just
to
took
take
a
some to the bear.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. The oldest grandson that lives with us, Elliot, he's 3.5, almost 4. He's decided that he's a dog. And so the other day I made dinner and put it on his plate. And he started eating it like a dog. He had stuff all over his face. You know, my wife, Mrs. Jude's like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? I go, just let him figure it out. He'll figure it out. It's not good. Not the
Well,
way to do it.
there's high schools that are, so they have those kids that they're teenagers and they dress up. They're called furries, and they dress like cats.
Because they associate their life with the cats.
Yes. Like they want to be identified as a cat.
They shit in bushes and stuff like that?
No.
They want a litter box.
They want the litter box in the classroom. They don't want to sit on the chairs. They want to sit in a litter box.
And you know the funniest response I've ever seen to that is somebody said, well, cats aren't allowed to go to school. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember the Binky craze? Where the high school were sucking on Binkies? Like, good God, people.
Yeah.
Go eat another Tide Pod.
Well, that was before Tide. Well,
that was way before.
So that's interesting because they were just talking about somebody getting their mouth washed out with soap.
Oh God, that happened all the time for me.
When that stopped, this generation that's eating Tide Pods never got the don't say a bad word or you're getting your mouth washed out with soap.
They didn't get the dial in the mouth?
No. Think about it. Our kids, their generation, are the ones doing the Tide Pods.
It's actually
if we
it's
wouldn't
not
have,
our kids. It's
no,
the next.
But our kids,
yeah.
We were like, I remember our one friend, her daughter got, hey, you said a bad word, go in the bathroom, and then she would squirt a thing of hand soap in her mouth. She'd have to squish it around and then spit it out. So, like the kids now, they were doing this Tide Pod stuff. They weren't raised with that. No. So then that became the craze.
Yep. I like Kent's thing. If my kid wanted to identify as a cat, I'd get him neutered.
The wooden spoon survivor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had the slipper. My grandma used to beat us with a slipper.
All right, so I'm really spoiled, and Lee knows this. I never got in trouble. I never got spanked because my dad didn't have the heart. He couldn't do it.
I got enough of them for you.
He would just say, go out there and cry so your mom thinks I did it. And I said, okay. And I can cry at the drop of a hat to this day.
Shoot, we grew up in the age when the principal could still whip you.
Well, I grew up in that age too, but they weren't allowed to whip me.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was good. No one needed to.
And the whole rule was go to school, don't get kicked out, and whatever happens at school, it's going to happen twice as bad at home.
Oh, God.
You got in trouble? Yep.
Yeah. Well, I hate to say it, but our hour's up, Lee.
Yep. Tom just chimed in on my shoulder going, watch the time. Lucky Tom.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I want to say personally, thank you everybody for watching. I know I'm just the producer of the show, but I really love having you guys on, stopping by, hanging out with us, and I'm glad I got to cook for you again. Lee?
Yep. I really enjoyed this, dude. Thank you for stepping in. Big hugs to Mama and Keto Mike and Keto Tom.
Yeah.
And their spouses and families.
And thank you to Mama, Mrs. Bear, Mama Bear, for running the show for us today.
You're all
Appreciate
welcome.
It. All right.
And she liked what I made.
There you go. All right, we'll see you next week. What do you think? We'll see you next week.
We will see you all next week. And
on the Keto Show.
Be the reason why somebody smiles today.
Oh, look at you being philosophical.
Hang loose, guys.
Topical.
I try to end my videos, my dailies, with a little something nice. And y'all, you don't know what somebody else is going through. Dude's got stuff going. Mike's got stuff going. Tom's got stuff going.
Lee's got
We
stuff
got-
going.
I've got a bunch of stuff going on, but it's just be the reason why somebody smiles. It's cheap. It's easy. Even
Yep.
if it's fake, it's still nice.
Yep. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thank you again.
Rock on, everybody. And